Latest developments coming in. Times Now has accessed the status report of Bhavya Ram Lalla Hanuman Mandir being constructed in Ayodhya. The progress report of Sri Ram Janmabhoomi Mandir that is under construction at Ayodhya has been accessed. We'll get you more details as to where exactly does the construction stand right now. Pratibha, my colleague, joins us from the newsroom. Pratibha, this started with the Prime Minister laying the foundation on 5th of August 2 years ago. Tell us, where does the construction stand right now?
So this is the progress report, and there's interest from across the country on what's happening there and when the devotees can start visiting. So let's start with, the most interesting parts of it that would be of interest to the devotees. First, inside the Garbhagriha area of the Mandir, white marbles from the Maharana hills of Rajasthan will be used. The carvings, there will be carvings on the white marbles as well. So some details on the beautification of the temple as well. Apart from that, let's also get you some details on a pilgrim facility center. That will be of a lot of interest for the devotees as well. This pilgrim facility center will provide essential facilities to about 25,000 pilgrims in the first phase and will be built near the Mandir approach road on the east side. So as more and more pilgrims are expected to come in the first phase, there will be about 25,000 pilgrims who can access this area. And it's not just that. Let's also give you the dimensions of the temple. We've seen how it's being planned, but now to give you the dimensions of the temple, the length on the ground floor in the east-west direction is 380 feet, and the width on the ground floor in the north-south direction would be 250 feet. The height of the pinnacle from the ground in the Garbhagriha is going to be 161 feet with sandstone pillars that are going to be there as well. So a lot of details that have come in on how exactly the Mandir is going to look. Of course, we've seen the 3D model of that.
Right.
But now details of the progress so far.
Right. Mohit, coming to you. Do you think things are on the plan, going by the plan when it comes to Ram Lalla's darshan, as has been said by some sources that it should be ready by December 2023? Things are on track?
Well, yes, Priya, and the people from the Trust and from the VHP, they have been saying this, that they want that the devotees should come and have the darshan of Ram Lalla by the end of December 2023. So work is in the progress, and perhaps for the first time, Times Now has accessed the details of the work that is under progress at Ram Janmabhoomi in Ayodhya. This is for the first time a news channel has come up with all the details, that what exactly would be the dimensions, what exactly would be the structure like, and what exactly will be the stones that will be used. Now we know for a fact that how the installation of carved sandstone will commence at around Sanctum Sanctorium. Now Sanctum Sanctorium would be the place.
Mohit, just stay on the line with us, because we are now joined by Mr. Subramaniam Swamy. Mr. Swamy, now this particular dispute lasted for centuries, but now Ram Lalla Vilajaman will probably be ready for everybody's darshan by the end of 2023.
Yes, that's the target date, and they have Sri Champat Rai had come to my residence recently, and I also got a model of what the temple is going to be like, and they are confident. They had a lot of difficulties with the soil earlier because water suddenly emerged from the bottom. So now everything is cleared and the construction is going on well, and I think I can't be too sure about the date because there are some vagaries which we can't predict. But the fact is, they're all very confident that they'll have it by the end of 2023.
Right. And it's interesting that we're talking about this in the middle of so many legal hassles that are currently going on, legal tussles around other Hindu places of worship, which are quite similar in nature to what was happening in Ayodhya. Do you think this also sets an example for what matters when they are pursued through legal courses can lead to an amicable solution which is acceptable to both sides?
Absolutely. For our country, this is extremely important, that we don't ram through anything, push through anything, but use the legal system to the maximum. And you see how people had, in fact, if you go back and see, people have said there'll be, fire everywhere, there'll be storms, there will be this, there'll be that. But in the end, everybody was happy. They have got their masjid in the Ayodhya district, and we are getting a temple. And I think the same thing with all this hot air, everything that is there, the legal process will slowly make it possible for us to have an amicable settlement in the end, and that will be an example for the whole world.
Right. We've seen the renovation of Kashi Vishwanath corridor also happening. Then you see that there is a Ram Lalla Mandir coming up in all its grandeur. It certainly goes a long way to correct the historical wrongs. Would you say it just brings about more peace and not necessarily disturbs harmony?
Because the historical wrongs had caused a lot of bitterness. Now, because this is being worked out by the bitterness is evaporating.
Right. Thank you, Mr. Swami.
Expressing their opinions. Yeah.
Right. Thank you, Mr. Swami, for joining us. We'll hopefully be visiting Ram Lalla's temple very soon, since the work is on track. On that note, we take a very quick break.